The sun is shining. We're in a brand new stadium, custom built for the NFL. Life is pretty good right now.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. I wasn't really expecting this. I thought we were about to walk into just a soccer stadium that turns into a football field. So kind of have this setup is awesome, and it shows the commitment the NFL has to growing the game here.
Are you surprised? You think back to 2007, there was a game announced in London. A lot of people were unclear as to what was going to happen. Here we are 12 years on, and we're in a stadium like this with 4 games a season.
Right. I mean, I remember I was in high school when that game happened. I was kind of skeptical. I didn't know if there would be the support needed here. I didn't think the game of football is really popular anywhere but the U.S., but obviously I've seen it a bunch on TV with all the games they have every year, and you can really feel the passion and excitement the fans have for the game here, and I just can't wait to get back out here in October and really feel that in play here.
Have you spoken to players who've made the trip before, been out here, and asked them what it's like in the middle of the season, what kind of experience it is?
Yeah, I have a little bit, and obviously the number one thing players are concerned about is the jet lag. It's a short trip. We're going to fly out Thursday night and get here Friday. But we have a really good sports science staff with the Bucs. I'm sure they're going to help out with that. But the big thing I get is the players that they really enjoy playing here. It's definitely a new experience. I was kind of like watching on TV. It seems like there's fans of every single team at all the games, which is kind of cool to see. So I'm sure there's going to be some Bucs fans there, which is good to see. And I'm just really excited to get out here in October.
Recreate the pirate ship, I think, is a given. We've got to bring the pirate ship over somehow.
I think we have to. I'll talk to the right people and we'll bring it over.
Put a call in for me. That would be good. What's the craziest thing you see Mike Evans do in training?
Watching Mike every day is amazing, and having a receiver like him on the team, it's awesome for me because defenses got to know where he is. They're gonna have multiple guys kind of responsible for him. So I would say obviously his catching ability is pretty remarkable.
When you're watching him try, you're all top athletes. When you're watching a player like Mike Evans, are you just all shaking your head like, wow?
Exactly, yeah, because he'll do stuff where you're like, wow, well, I'll never be able to do that, but that's what makes him special. And the thing about Mike is he works so hard. Some of those receivers you kind of hear like a little bit of divas and stuff like that, but that's not Mike. He works just as hard as anyone else, probably harder, and that's what really separates Mike. He's the ultimate teammate and a great leader too.
New coach, what's that like as a player when a new coach comes in? Have you had a chance to have a chat and build any kind of relationship? Are you a little bit nervous about that?
Yeah, definitely. There's some nerves. I mean, anytime there's a new coaching staff, there's a lot of change in the building. So, they kind of want to get their players, their system put into place. And I would say anytime a new coach comes in, guys are, walk on eggshells a little bit. They don't know what to do, what to say. But we had the opportunity. We had 10 weeks of OTAs mini camp this spring to kind of learn his system, work with his coaches, and I thought it went really well. We made a lot of steps forward with them, and I just think that this change is definitely going to be good for us.
A good start for you as well. That's good. You always want to get off on the right foot with the new crew. Today is all about young players trying to get a spot in the academy, which is obviously a new thing in London Academy here. And these are guys that some will be aspiring to follow in your footsteps and make it all the way to the pros. For tight ends out there watching now, aspiring young players in your position, what advice would you give them?
Kind of the way the game has changed, all the tight ends are receiving tight ends these days. And that's kind of more what I am too. But don't neglect the other stuff, run blocking, pass blocking. That's really important too. So.
You hate that in training though?
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially when I was younger. Like, I remember when I was in college, I didn't really have to block it all in high school, and kind of learning that I definitely found myself on the ground a bunch, kind of getting thrown around a little bit. So that wasn't the best, but you just got to work equally hard in both the run and pass game. So that's something I would stress for sure.
And this is a trial day, essentially, D-Day for these players. Again, something you've been through in your career when you're making it from college to the pros and you're getting assessed the whole time. It's difficult to turn it on like a dial at any given moment. So what advice do you have there? What are these players going to be thinking and feeling now, and how do they make sure they bring their A game today?
Right. I kind of went through a similar process to this kind of when I was getting in the NFL. I had to do a couple tryouts with teams, do some similar stuff to this, and it probably wasn't the thing I'm best at. I'm better at playing football than I am at all the testing. So, the testing is just that. It's just testing. So, ultimately, how you are as a football player, how you're evaluated is based on how you play. So, even if you're not the fastest, strongest guy in the world, you can still be a great football player. So, don't get discouraged if you don't get the times and the numbers you want to get.
Good advice. Thanks, man. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, absolutely.